Hey guys, Beautiful Yields here. Today we're going to be looking at a Group B YieldMax distributions for this week. So yeah, um, we can get straight into it. So I tried recreating a new dashboard, just basically an all-in-one dashboard that will also implement the current distribution in the charts. Now, just so it's easy, I voted to use spark lines instead of just actual charts. That way I don't have to go ahead and switch, and it's just a kind of an unnecessary complication. Really, we only use these charts anyways to see the trend. We don't really use them to see the actual values. So yeah. But going straight into it, we have Chippy. So um, you can see I think this is the first distribution we had for Chippy, um, which is 35 cents. Actually, maybe not, but you can see that I think there's only been two distributions here. Uh, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty close to its 3-month average, so can't really complain there. GPTY, we can see a current distribution of 25 cents, with the average distribution being 29 cents. And we can see how those trends are present. So a little bit of a downtrend, unfortunately, but not by much. LFGY, we have 41 cents, and we have a 3-month average of 52 cents. Same thing here. It's going to be a common reoccurrence, obviously, with the market being kind of down. But QDTY, we have 32 cents with a 3-month average of 27 cents. So there's that. We can see the price trend here, as well as the distribution trend. The distribution trend actually shows that we're actually, fairly okay, I would say. Like, we're a lot better than the last three. Technically, only the last two we can really look at. You can see there, though, that we're somewhat trading sideways, not really down. It is only red because technically this value is higher than this last value, so just keep that in mind. That's all we're checking, obviously. But RDTUI, we have 46 cents with the average 3-month being 34 cents. So the price is definitely getting killed, obviously, but the distribution trend is actually rising, which is pretty nice. SDTY, we have 30 cents with the average of 24 cents. Same story there. That's good to see. Ulti, we have, where is that? 8 cents with a 3-month average of 20 cents. So this one got obliterated. Yeah, something I'll add, I kind of forgot, is the current price. So I want to add the current price to the just as a column. Um, YMAG, we have 9 cents and a 3-month average of 12 cents. So unfortunately not doing super well there. You can see we're kind of, the last few distributions would be kind of tailing out. YMAX, 14 cents, 3-month average of 16 cents. So coming close to our 3-month average, but still not amazing. There have been a lot of pushes, though, like starting this week. There's been a lot of growth, I think, in YMAX. We can probably check that out real quick. So I guess this would be the nice thing about the charting, but you can see here that we've had about 2% so far, so not bad. Babo, we have a 66-cent distribution with a 3-month average of 105. You can see here how that fares. Now, obviously, the average is quite high because we probably had a distribution out there that was very high as well. So we have dips, which is a 3-month average, sorry, a 62-cent distribution with a 3-month average of 56 cents. Doing well, actually. despite it not being its above its 3-month average. Still very good. Phoebe, we have 52 cents with a 3-month average of 56 cents as well. That is interesting that these three are all 56 cents actually. Huh. That's just coincidence, I guess. That one not doing amazing, I'd say. You can see in the share price how that's doing. But GDXY, on the other hand, is doing very good. So gold obviously is doing very good this year as the markets kind of crumble, and bonds as well. People are flocking to gold. So gold, I think, is up. If we go look at GLD, um, year to date, that is up for 25% almost. So very good. I guess right now today it's not doing amazing, but still up 24%, where the S&P 500 is up uh or down, sorry, 8%. Yeah, I knew that was down. But JPMO, we have a 56-cent distribution with a 3-month average of 45% or 45 cents, so that's pretty good. Morrow, we have $1.85 with a average of 3-month average of 171. There you go. Murny, 13 cents with a 3-month average of 23. I mean, you can just see there on the price or the distribution trend how this is doing. It's just kind of dying. Nvidia, 67 cents with a 3-month average of 108. So not doing too hot. There's been a lot of, craziness going on since year, beginning of this year with semiconductors in general. So Nvidia is not especially getting killed. But last but not least, PLTY, PLTY, $4.66, and for 3-month average, 4.75. So you can see that. Now, something you'll notice that I have changed is I'm using 3-month average instead of using the distribution yield. I guess is what I'm saying. Annualized yield, that is. I'm using the distribution again, or I'm using the distribution. Now, there's two reasons for that. One, the distribution is going to change wildly depending on really how much, like, it takes two factors into it, obviously. So you have the distribution itself, and then you have the share price. And especially for weekly funds, like, this is almost meaningless because you're going to be getting this, you're going to be getting it every week. And over the course of every week, it's going to change. There are some like GPTY and LFGY. Geez, I knew I was saying it wrong. That are pretty stable in the sense that their distribution is very close to what it is every week. With that being said, it's still prone to change, and the second reason is the distribution in terms of the actual dollar amount. That's what people care about, right? Yeah, like the yield is nice to know, but ultimately people are using these funds, ideally to retire, right? And so knowing how much on average you're going to be able to get out of these funds is going to be, pretty helpful to know. You guys can let me know if, that's something you're interested in. If you want to see the yields again, I can try to work that out. I think there was also some complication on, adding that in. It gets a little bit funky because you have to kind of doing that all in line gets kind of big. You can see already with these two functions here, they're pretty massive. I mean, this one needs to be updated a little bit, but they're pretty massive. And calculating the yield in that is a little bit harder because you have to kind of combine two of the different things, and then you also have to do it for the current day. So it's a little bit messy. Also, let me know if you guys are fine with the spark lines, or if you would prefer, you know, each one having its own chart. The way I would probably do the each one having its own chart would be, I would have to have some kind of way to tell the chart, hey, this is what I'm looking at. Um, so I don't know. Let me know. But that is it from me. Honestly, the market's not doing terrible this last, or probably yesterday and today. Um, and obviously we just saw a little bit of growth. I think SPY is up. Oh, we can check here. For the week, barely. It's about break even, and we'll see how that continues today. But yeah, that is it from me, guys. And as always, wish you a wealthy future.